Sizzling with Sara.
So today we're making
Black and white peanut butter brownies.
They're called that because they have two different types of chocolate in them. White chocolate and dark chocolate, and there's peanut butter in them, and they're brownies. So
They are amazingly delicious.
they are. So one of the many nicknames I have for this recipe is soup pot brownies because I make them in a soup pot. Because step one involves melting butter and then you add stuff to it. So instead of making lots of dishes dirty, you just make one dish dirty. Everyone wins.
The soup pot is back!
So you're going to start with 4 tablespoons of butter, and now you wait for your butter to melt. You're going to measure out a cup of white chocolate, whatever. I use white chocolate chips because that's what the store has, and they melt really easily. If you want to be fancy, you can cut up your own white chocolate. Melted, take your white chocolate and then you just kind of swirl it around so there's butter all over all the white chocolate. Stir it up till it's all mixed together. It looks really gross for a while, but I promise it will get better.
It does look gross. These are like my favorite thing that Sara ever makes ever.
Those of you who are curious, this is not actually the way the recipe says to melt the butter.
It's a double boiler technique that the recipe calls for. People who watched our first episode.
Remember who in the first episode was standing there getting burned by the steam from the double boiler? That's why I don't use double boilers. Then you're gonna get your sugar. I forgot to pick up my rock sugar. 3/4 cups of sugar. Voila! It should look like yellow sand.
This, my friends, is chocolate, sugar, and butter. Let's try it. Tastes like white chocolate, sugar, and butter.
How about that? Salt. 2 teaspoons.
Vanilla.
2 huevos.
That means 2 eggs.
Take that, Dora. Okay, while she's doing that, remember how I didn't want to get extra dishes dirty? I lied. You still have to get a knife dirty. Gotta get the peanut butter out.
Not looking so pretty anymore.
Okay, the recipe calls for between 1/4 cup and 1/3 of a cup. This is somewhere around there.
Now it looks like banana pudding and peanut butter swirled together. So how did you find this recipe?
The interwebs. This is the first recipe I ever added to my giant Microsoft Word file of baking things. 1 1/4 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder.
She's just abusing my trombone arms.
The finishing touch, a cup of chocolate chips. Look at her go. I don't even have to do anything.
Abuse, I say abuse. I am not Batman. It looks delicious again.
You take your pan, mine's non-stick, so I don't have to spray stuff in it. Brownie dough that looks like cookie dough.
Kind of tastes like cookie dough too. When you're the sous chef, help out by cleaning out the dough from the pot.
And bam, you're done. And then you just put it in the oven for 25 minutes, 30 minutes until it's done.
You got every single last chocolate chip out of this thing.
So it's supposed to go in there, not in there, or in there, or in here. All clean, but not really.
Cleaner. I do the stirring, she does the dishes.
They're done. They're hot. You just lost your cutting privileges. They won't be equal if you just cut a little piece.
That's the point. You never want the same size brownie.
Yes, you do.
No.
That's a square pan.
No.
For that very reason.
Here's the brownies. We cut up 2 little pieces because we haven't eaten dinner yet.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, we're baking pre-dinner.
They're very hot. Cheers.
Hot.
That's so good.
Very delicious.
These are amazing. These are the best thing I make. And I make a lot of good stuff.
They're so good.
I don't know why everyone doesn't know about these. I don't know why these aren't mass produced. They're so good. So yeah, black and white peanut butter brownies. They're the best.
Yep.
Next week's episode might be a little late because it's, the holidays. So we'll see what we can do, but who knows.
You might not actually notice. It might still get posted on Saturday anyway.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, and we don't really know what we're going to make, so if you have any suggestions, leave us a comment.
Subscribe to us on Tumblr.
Please.
Bye. Are you sure you don't want to taste test in front of the camera, Jordan?
I don't want to be in front of the camera. I'm happy to taste test.
None of this is actually going to be on the show.
Sure.
This is weird having an actual live audience.
Can we clap and laugh at certain times?
Coming at you today from a live studio audience, it's Sizzling with Sarah.
Da-da-da-da.